The story starts in Kandahar, Afghanistan. This is the time when America has taken control over Afghanistan. Here we see an American convoy whose vehicle breaks down, and to fix it, a mechanical engineer named Sergeant 81 comes in. Actually, the convoy also has his brother, and after many days, they're really happy to see each other again. Sergeant 81's brother says, "Remember how we wanted to become Army Rangers? We can still make that dream come true." But Sergeant 81, looks like it's already way too late when the Taliban attacks them. Everyone except Sergeant 81 gets killed. Sergeant 81's leg is badly injured. He goes to his brother and carries him on his shoulder because he's still breathing. But before they can reach the hospital, his brother dies. After that, Sergeant 81 is awarded the Silver Star, and then he opens his eyes. He's on a bus with other soldiers. Turns out, he's actually with the Army Rangers. He's going for training just like his brother wanted. It's been 2 years since that incident, but he still can't forget it. Soon they reach a secret camp deep in the forest, where their training begins. The training is really tough. The Sergeant 81 doesn't really mingle much with anyone here, but he finishes his training. Also, now he's getting very little sleep. His senior officers want him to become the team leader, but he's not interested. Now, inside the pool, they have an exercise involving dumbbells. You have to keep going, and whoever stays underwater the longest completes the task. Sergeant 81, while walking underwater, remembers the moment when he was carrying his brother on his shoulder, moving forward. His brother's leg was injured. He gets so lost in the memory of his past that he stops breathing and faints. They pull him out of the water and bring him back to consciousness. After that, his seniors call him, and while he's waiting outside the office, he watches the news that an asteroid is heading towards Earth. He's here, but he's going through some weird changes. He's breaking down on his own. The scientists have no idea what's happening. Now, he's called into the office where the major and commander are waiting. They tell him he should quit training because he's dealing with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Basically, after any major incident, a person's mind can end up in this kind of state. The major and commander say he needs to attend counseling programs to fully heal himself. You need to. For that, you'll have to leave the Rangers program and go back home. But Sergeant 81 refuses. He says he doesn't want to quit the program no matter what. Azar says, "I've never seen a candidate like you in my entire life, but you're an engineer. You know every machine has its limits, and you've already hit yours, so just sign these papers and go home." Sergeant 81 stands up and says, "I have to get ready for the parade." With that, he walks away, leaving the major even more. The commander gets really angry. The next day, we're shown that a lot of Rangers have been kicked out of the program because they couldn't complete their tasks. But Sergeant 81 is still in. The commander tells everyone that now they have their final task. If you complete this, you'll officially become a Ranger. Hearing this, everyone gets super excited. Then, they're called to a place where the commander gives them a mission. He says that the enemy has shot down one of our aircraft deep inside the jungle. You have to go right into the heart of the jungle. You'll be dropped off. Your job is to get to the aircraft and destroy it. Also, our pilot is being held captive in the village. You need to free him and bring him back to the base. That's your mission. Sergeant 81 will lead the whole operation. Now, they're all dropped right in the middle of the jungle. They keep moving all day. At night, while they're resting at a spot, a huge blast goes off nearby. When they look up at the sky, they see fiery embers moving forward like a blaze. Actually, what they have is, it fell. It was that same asteroid flying in the sky that's now breaking up and crashing down to Earth. Everyone thinks their commander found out they were resting, so they set off a blast here to scare them. After that, the whole team moves on with their mission through the night, and by morning, they reach the river near the aircraft they need to blow up. Plus, their radio hasn't been working since night. Then Sergeant 81 tells his entire team they need to blow up the aircraft as soon as possible. Just then, he sees something shining right in the middle of the jungle. So, he tells his whole team to go to the aircraft and blow it up. He says he'll come after checking out that shiny thing. Now, his team reaches the aircraft and plants the bomb on it. Meanwhile, we see Sergeant 81 approaching that shiny thing, which is actually the aircraft they were sent to blow up. Suddenly, he hears the blast because his team has just blown up the aircraft. But then he notices that not a hair on his head is... The alarm didn't go off. Suddenly, that flying object takes off into the air and starts attacking them. It's a really dangerous war machine. Sergeant 81 arrives on the scene, but that war machine destroys a lot of his comrades. Somehow, Sergeant 81 and a few soldiers manage to survive. Sergeant 81 moves up to try and grab the radio, but he sees the war machine has already destroyed it. Just then, a soldier who's still alive is crawling forward, trying to save himself. And then, right in front of him, a war machine shows up. It's walking on its own legs now. It's like a robot that scans the soldier and then kills him. Sergeant 81 sees this and rushes back to his team, telling them that the flying machine has started walking on its own. It's a war machine hunting down humans and wiping them out. We need to get down from the rock ASAP. Throw away your weapons and lower the ropes. See, their weapons have a special kind of adapter on them, so we can't fire. Because their mission was a planted one. It wasn't a real mission, more like a task. Now they start throwing down their guns and rappelling down the ropes. Up top, there's a soldier holding the rope. Meanwhile, Sergeant 81 is shown below, and his compass suddenly starts spinning wildly on its own. He realizes the war machine is nearby, but before his last soldier can get down, the war machine scans him and shoots him. Because of that, Staff Number 7, who had come here to help them from above, he falls down. His leg gets badly injured, and now the war machine is on top of the rock. She starts scanning all of them, but they're hiding under the rock, and 7's injured leg comes within range. Then he starts attacking them. They run to save their lives and quickly get out of the war machine's range. They have no idea where this machine came from. Some people think it's Russia's doing, while others believe it's China did it, but the truth is something else entirely. Now they all move forward towards the 7. They come face to face with a river that's flowing really fast. Sergeant 81 risks his life, crosses to the other side, and ties a rope. Just as they're trying to cross the river using the rope, the compass starts spinning wildly again. Sergeant 81 realizes the war machine is nearby. Then the war machine attacks them. The rope snaps, everyone falls into the water, and now they're being carried away by the current. They're moving forward. The war machines even go underwater to try and wipe them out, but they dive underwater to save themselves and manage to get away from the rushing war machines. Basically, they just want to reach the camp as soon as possible. The river current is pushing them really close to the camp now. They hurry along with the current to reach the camp quickly, but when they get there, it's not a camp anymore. It's just a pile of ashes. That means the war machines got there first and killed everyone. They've destroyed the whole place, and now Sergeant 81 is at this spot. He watches carefully and tells his teammates that the war machine didn't come from the earth but from the sky. He shows everyone a rock that's way up high. He explains that first it crashed into that rock and then it went down to the river below. There, we tried to blast it, and after that, it started attacking us. Just then, a soldier says that there's been news about an asteroid on TV for days. He thinks this might be it. Another soldier asks, "What do you mean by that?" Sergeant 81 replies, "He's right. Whatever that thing is, it's not from our world. It's an alien war machine. We need to get to the other base ASAP so we can warn everyone. There's an APC truck here that we can use to get out safely because it's pretty well armored against bullets and bombs." Now they're getting the APC ready when they realize the alien war machine is nearby. The compass is spinning like crazy. They all jump into the APC, and one of their teammates, he goes to get the bullets. And when he's bringing the boxes back, an alien war machine shows up. It scans the soldier, attacks, and kills him. But before dying, he throws the boxes of bullets towards Sergeant 81, who catches them and gets inside the APC. Now, all of them start escaping from there in the vehicle. But the war machine is still chasing them, dropping a bunch of bombs right in front of their APC. Somehow, they manage to dodge and move forward, but the war machine is still after them. They attack from above, but it's so advanced that their attacks have no effect on it. Then the war machine attacks them with lasers. Now Sergeant 81 sees a rock in front. He attacks the rock, causing stones to fall and block the war machine's path. He tells his comrade to stop the APC, but by then he's already dead. Because of this, their APC has an accident. Sergeant 81 sees that almost all his teammates have been killed, and now he spots an alien war machine in the distance. She looks like she's contacting another world with her companions. The sergeant sees that their buddy number 7, who was already wounded, is still alive. Seeing him makes the sergeant really happy. After that, he takes him along and moves forward from there. At night, the two of them rest at a place. Number 7 tells Sergeant 81 that he was with the sergeant's brother in the army. His brother always wanted to be a ranger. He had the same tattoo on his hand as you do. But one day I found out that he wasn't really in this world anymore. Sergeant 81 tells him, "My brother had just one dream, to become rangers, both of us. That's why I'm here, to fulfill his dream. No matter what it takes, I want to complete this program because it was his dream. Only by making his dream come true will I be able to sleep peacefully." Number 7 says, "You really are a true ranger." Just then, Sergeant 81 notices smoke coming from the war machine, which is far away from them. It means there's a ventilation system inside. That machine, he tells Number 7, "I have a plan. Wait for me." After that, he heads to a site. It's a machine made to blast rocks. There are a lot of machines here like JCBs and bulldozers. Plus, there's blasting material. Now, Sergeant 81 fires a flare gun into the air. The alien war machine detects where the shot came from and quickly arrives at the spot. Sergeant 81 had already planted mines there, causing a huge explosion around the alien war machine. Right then, Sergeant 81 arrives with a JCB, pushes the war machine, and takes it near the rocks. There's this machine that crushes rocks, and it's got a panel on top. The war machine's gotten really hot, so it has to open its ventilation system to let the heat out. Sergeant 81 had been waiting for this moment. He hits the button, and all the little stones on top of the crusher start falling onto the war machine. Because the ventilation opens, all those stones go right inside the war machine. At the same time, Sergeant 81 keeps pushing it backward because the war machine, she tries to move away from that spot. But just then, war machine attacks Can from above, knocking him onto Sergeant 81. Before she can land on him, Sergeant 81 moves out of the way. By now, a ton of small stones have gotten inside war machine, causing it to overheat. Right there in front of Sergeant 81, it explodes, and after the blast, all the bombs inside the machine start falling out. That's when Sergeant 81 realizes a huge explosion is about to happen. He's about to detonate, but just before the blast, he moves away from the spot, saving his life. Then he lifts Number 7 onto his shoulder and heads back to the camp. Last time, he tried to save his brother the same way, but couldn't, and that guilt has stayed with him ever since. Maybe saving Number 7 will finally ease that guilt. When he gets back, his major and commander are shocked to see him. They ask if anyone else survived. Sergeant 81 says it was just the two of them. Then the major tells him that the asteroid in space was actually an alien army. Our scientists attacked it and blasted it, but it didn't do any good. Pieces of it fell all over the world, and now they've launched a full-scale attack everywhere. Big armies are trying to destroy them, but their advanced weapons aren't working against these things. How did you manage to take down that dangerous war machine without any weapons? Sergeant 81 says you mentioned that every machine has its limit. Well, this one has a limit too. Yeah. When it heats up, its ventilation opens. If something's shoved into that vent and it gets blocked, it overheats and explodes, and then this info spreads all over the world. At the same time, Sergeant 81 gets promoted to Ranger, which was his brother's dream. So now he's Ranger 81. He's made the leader of a squad full of super tough Rangers, and they all set out to take down those war machines. And that's where the story ends. Hope you enjoyed this story.